of like a fucking cold open today. I don't think we have the time to think about one.
We might stumble upon one in the middle somewhere. Huh?
Target.
Huh? Like the store?
The song
Oh,
Leon.
for the show we're watching.
yeah. Listen, it's been a week.
You've heard this song how many times?
A lot.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the DigiVerse DiveCast, the only Digimon podcast where one of its hosts, me, had to write a white woman email about an hour ago.
That's awesome.
What?
Yeah. Of course,
I'm
this is
happy
hosted
for
by...
you.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm happy for you, or I'm sorry that happened.
Well, it depends on the response. Anyway, yeah, this podcast is hosted by myself, the person who's going to have a Twitter of come them by the time this episode goes out, probably.
Jesus Christ. They're really getting you, huh?
Yep.
Do you have to change your YouTube handle too?
No.
Okay.
Do you
That's
want to introduce
good.
yourselves? Or...
Oh, hi, I'm Leon. I like Aaronville from Final Fantasy XIV.
Hi, I'm Momo. I wish I was playing Dawn Trail.
I'm sorry. Okay,
If you
so
if you didn't realize what we're into.
all right, so yeah, weeks haven't been super exciting, except for the fact that you're probably gonna notice Bridget's not here right now. That is because she is currently in the middle of doing a giant marathon stream where she has been streaming nonstop for a little over 72 hours now. Taking, she just leaves the stream up but goes to bed for. She's only been sleeping for like 5 hours a night.
She takes like power naps.
Yeah, and then she's been playing every single mainline Kingdom Hearts game, except the only one she hasn't done are Recoded and Days, because those they're just not easy enough to stream. For the sake of raising money for a bunch of stuff that I'm not going to go into right now. But yeah.
Yeah, but she is like near the end of DDD, and all she has left is 3.
Yep. So, God bless her heart and hope she doesn't die.
So if you supported her during that, thank you.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes, because oh my God, did people support her?
Hopefully by the time this episode goes up, that stream is over. If it's not, I think something is seriously wrong.
No, there's no way it's still going by the time this goes up. This goes up in like 2 days. Anyway, yep. So, like, I don't think anything else particularly interesting happened. Like, Dawn Trail came out. You guys have been playing that. I couldn't afford to buy it until literally like 20 minutes ago. So I just bought it, but I haven't played it yet.
I don't think we can until the 2nd, because
So maybe
unless
they allowed me to activate the pre-order bonus code, which I think
then you can.
I can. See, there's a problem though, Leon.
Okay.
I can't re-up my sub. There is an issue with specifically Visa debit cards, and no, I cannot buy Krista. I tried to buy some via PayPal. It didn't work.
Then you buy a Game Time card from Amazon.
Nope.
Huh?
What?
I just don't worry about it. Basically, this is the white woman email I had to send.
We should probably get on with it.
Oh yeah, I know.
Oh,
I was like, did you guys have anything important you wanted to talk about for your past 2 weeks or 3 weeks at this point?
No, nothing has really happened, to be honest with you. I've just been swamped with work because people keep calling out or taking their vacations.
Yeah.
Oh, I've been playing Dawn Trail for the past. That's it.
Don't worry, it's my turn next week. Fuck them.
All right. So in that case, we're gonna move straight into episode 37, the gigantic ultimate Ching Longm.
Yay!
Yay! So the episode opens up. So also we're on a strict 2-hour time limit for this episode, so we're gonna be fucking schmoving. Sorry.
Might be a bit more of a brief one.
Yeah.
Not too much to say about these episodes anyway.
Nah, yeah, they're just kind of basic.
There's a formula we're getting into, but you'll see.
So yeah, Iori is incredibly happy to have successfully done the
I,
Jogress.
I love that little bit where he just like yippee.
Mhm, mhm. Shakomon says, "Leave it to me, Dagya."
Yes, even though the voices are combined, he still says that yeah.
That's awesome.
I was never able to tell if Patamon is also saying Doug yeah.
Maybe?
I think
Hard to
he
tell.
is.
And then Shakomon face tanks a Terror Destroyer.
I
Just
wish that were. I wish I could do that and not die.
yeah, yeah.
But that doesn't make any sense. That's not Fizz.
I know, crazy. He just resists all damage, I guess. That's fucking insane.
Damn, this is like the most OP demon of all time.
You have to use an instant kill move on him.
So, the 3 Jogras together actually wind up, like,
They can
doing
hold their ground.
yeah, they do some significant damage to, Black War Greymon,
Blackwood Rim.
and he starts, what I can only describe as spurting.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
no.
he's the ooze.
I'm
The
assuming it's
darkness.
yeah, it's supposed to be like, the blood, quote unquote, but it's like, it's the black dark tower juices, but like
Yeah,
it's like
it's literally like spurting from like a fountain everywhere. It looks so weird.
yeah, it's like just like a water tank has been riddled with holes, like those little like spurts that are like little like arced streams just coming out from random points on his body. It looks very funny.
I like to imagine all the dark towers like have a little set goopy center.
So Daisuke comes up with the ingenious plan of why don't we take the stone and move it somewhere else?
My God, Daisuke, you've done it again.
Fucking genius.
And everyone's just like, "How are we gonna move that?" And he just goes, "Fuck it, let's point the D3s at it. That seems to work most times." And they're just like,
Honestly, he's right.
So yeah, no, everyone's like, "Oh yeah, no, you got a point." So they do that, and rather than moving, it's like an egg that hatches, and Ching
Goodness.
Longm shows up. Like a big old beam shoots into the sky, and all of a sudden, Ching Longm is here. He's real big. He's like real big.
He's like Shenron.
Yeah, pretty much. Black War Greymon sees this and almost immediately is like, "All right, well,
That's the guy I was looking for.
gotta kill him. Time to die."
Oh yeah, but like in the middle of all in the middle of all that, he's
Mhm.
like fighting to get they beat him. The three Jogress beat him down a bit, and they're like, "Why? Why do you keep getting back up?" And you get like another thing where it's like, "Yeah, because I have a fucking soul. I can't give up."
Uh-huh. So Arukenimon and Mummymon show up at some point and try to interrupt what the kids are doing, but Digitamamon and Bakumon manage to fucking
Yeah, oh yeah, that weird reminder that they technically have the same attack.
yeah.
What they call it, double nightmare syndrome.
Yeah, like double nightmare or something like that. Cute. So that,
Thanks
the
for
kids
soup.
mhm. The so you know that scene from Stranger of Paradise where Lich is talking and Jack interrupts, goes, "I don't
I
give a
don't give a
fuck
fuck who
who
you
you are."
are.
That is basically what Black War Greymon does to Ching
I
Longmon.
am Ching Longm, one of the four. I don't give a shit.
It's fantastic. He's like, "I don't care who you are. We just have to fight. I'm trying to kill you." To which,
Unfortunately, Black Organ only get too far. He's already got his ass beat, and that's Ching Longmon.
yeah. So Cheng Longmon's like, "Okay, so unfortunately, Black War Greymon, your very existence is a problem and is fucking things up." Oops.
But he's like, however, you are still alive and you have purpose. Go out
Mhm.
there and find it.
Yep. This is also the reveal that the Dark Towers were created for the purpose of sealing Cheng Longmon and the other sovereigns' power. So now that there are so few of them like around, he's able to fully manifest, and that also means that because Black War Greymon has been made of 100 of these spires, he just kind of naturally exudes this like field that suppresses the abilities of Ching Longmon and assumedly the other sovereigns. Uh, Arukanimon proceeds to talk mad shit, and then Black War Greymon picks her up, and she's like, "No, no, 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 I'm sorry, I want to live."
Oh, jeez, oh god.
Very, very funny. Ching Longmon's like, "Yeah, find your own reason to live. Get the fuck out of here." Uh, Black War Greymon at this point has just kind of like chilled out a little bit. He just seems really sad, knowing that he has a
Well,
purpose, but also is like,
but I don't know what it is.
yeah,
I'm also sad that I have a purpose.
yeah,
Because he keeps asking Ching Longm, like, okay, I have a purpose, what is it? It's like, well, you're the only one who could figure that out.
yeah. He says he is going somewhere that is nowhere, which is the line I really like.
I need to be alone for a minute.
Yeah. No talk me, Iangi.
In
I
modern times, it'd be like a series of DMs. It's like, I'm going somewhere. Where are you going? Nowhere.
and then he changed his Twitter profile icon to the fucking panel from Tokyo Ghoul.
Yeah.
No, it's like the black hat or black profile pic, and everyone's like, but this is what your profile always looks like.
This is just normal. It's just like Kyoto. Like everyone points out, like, oh my god, it's just like Kyoto. Holy shit, the four sovereigns are just like the Guardian Bees.
Wow.
Can't wait to see the rest of them.
Mhm.
Can't wait to see the rest of them. Play Digimon Survive.
Watch other show.
Yeah. So Ching Longmon also gives a very long-winded explanation that yet again kind of changes what everything that happened actually meant, and it's just
Yeah,
like, okay,
he just kind of goes, "Hey, that shit like Koshiro told you about earlier, where like the previous children used their crest to seal away the darkness.
Mhm.
It's like, yeah, that was for us. They helped us out, and then we made the D series.
Yeah. So I was just like, okay, another like I guess retcon technically, but it's not that big of a deal. It's just them being like, okay, this is actually what all of that bullshit was for.
I don't know if I'd say retcon, just like what's the word, extrapolating.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
At least from what I remember, that doesn't really like contradict anything. It's more just like,
No, yeah.
what was that all about?
I mean,
Oh, that's what it was all about.
It did, yeah, it didn't contradict anything. It was just one of those weird things where it's like, okay, we know we already explained what this did, but this is what this actually did. And it's like the second time they've done this.
it still might technically be retconning, but
Yeah. But not with the negative connotation I think it usually has.
yeah.
The Digimentals were sent out as like a gift to the children who were able to, because
Yeah.
the Dark Towers prevented Digivolution, but the Armor Digivolution is like an ancient form that's unaffected by the towers. So the Digimentals were sent out, and they also created the D3s, which is weird because then why did Ken's become a D3? But whatever.
Didn't they say that like earlier, like in the it's because he wished for it or something?
I
Yeah,
thought that's just like some overlap. Like we made
yeah.
the D3s, and then they just look like that because of Ken.
Mhm. They weren't intended to have two sets of armor each, but because of the D terminals being able to store the data from the Digimentals, they were each given two, with the exception
That
of
feels like a writer or director screaming, "We're not doing 8 fucking kids again."
yeah, absolutely, yeah. So all the holy stones have now been like replaced by plants. It seems like they're like little seeds are dropped down and like small sprouts have shown up where the holy stones used to be.
They'll grow a rock.
It's a big old rock plant.
Well,
K-
put a plant long enough, it becomes a rock.
I guess. Ken once again goes into a bit of a spiral about, oh god, it's all my fault. It's not like I did all this shit, and everyone's like, bro, could you fucking quit it already? Like, we
And
get
it's like,
it.
dude, it's fine. It's like, yeah, you were used. We already knew that. Nothing's changed here, dude.
Hmm. Come on, man.
Now you just know why.
Yeah. So there was like a weird aside about how the other seven crests, or no, six, the other sixth crests were used to like assist in the sovereigns, but specifically the Crest of Light and the Crest of Hope are what like released them or something.
It was specifically for Ching Longmon, which it's basically just an
Yes.
elaborate explanation for you can go ultimate again.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Basically, like so like Ching Longmon's well, since you use my crest, I can grant you the power to get your ultimates again.
And then they're just like, okay, well, unfortunately, there is still an evil force in the world pulling the strings, so all this shit is not over yet. There is still something to do. And then they all eat dumplings.
Me too.
Awesome.
I love them.
They have a nice time.
I
And
could
you
go for
know,
some dumplings.
that'd be
Okay, I have a question.
yeah.
Mhm.
Theoretically, is a pizza roll, a Totino's pizza roll, a dumpling?
Spiritually, yes. Technically, no.
Oh yeah. Spiritually, not actually.
God.
Aren't you glad I'm here?
So glad you're here. Anyway, they get back to the real world and are just kind of going home. And Daisuke thinks he sees a dark tower in the real world, which freaks him out, but then it kind of fades away, and he's just like, oh god, I guess I was seeing things. Ah. And then, cliffhanger.
Dun-dun-dun.
Ba 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 ba. Yep.
I don't
Just
think I
gonna
ever, real quick, I don't think I ever said this, but I actually really like the second ED. That's absolutely my favorite ED of like the first like four.
Yeah, no, I would agree. I like this one a lot.
Yeah, that's
So,
it.
okay. Moving into Shin Dub Zone episode 37, Kyoto Dragon. So,
Yeah.
during the episode thing, so because now we get Shakomon's actual like info card, they say Shakuamon again. And they say it
Oh,
throughout the
oh,
whole episode.
oh, yeah. So in like in Japanese, his attacks are like Aramitama and Nigitama,
Yes.
the Mitamas things, they represent like what, like emotions or whatever.
Yeah, no, I'm going into that for name changes.
Okay.
Yeah, so one of the attacks is called Aramitama, which translates roughly as violent or ruling spirit, and Nigimitama, which translates roughly as harmonious spirit. In English, Aramitama, ruling spirit, is harmonious spirit.
Oh no!
And Nigimitama, harmonious spirit, is Kachina bomb.
Is that even a word?
I don't know. I have no fucking idea what happened here. I think Kachina is like it's specifically like a spirit for Hoppy. I think it's Hop. They're pronounced Hoppy. Which are oh god, which country is this culture from? I should have looked this up prior.
Because like the Mitama stuff and like what Shakuramon is based on, what are they called? Shikoki Dogu, I think is what they're called.
Yes, Shikoki Dogu. But yeah, so for whatever reason, this is like a Native American thing. The Hopi tribe, Hopi tribe. I forget if it's Hopi or Hopi. God damn it.
The Native American Shikoki Dogu.
Yeah, it's very weird. Maybe racist. I'm not really sure. This is kind of weird.
I mean, unless it's like something you just don't mention, I think that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Obviously, Ching Longmon was changed to a Zhu Longmon. Weird change. I'm assuming just because they didn't want to like. I actually don't know why they changed this. Weird change.
The only thing I can think of is like, because I know a lot of like stuff is like, because I know there's a lot of like Japanese things where like stuff that has a Chinese name has like multiple names.
Mm.
I think
Mhm.
that's like a thing. I also going to assume like also my big assumption would probably be because like especially if you want to like romanize like a Chinese name, they usually use like Q's and stuff like that, and they're like that's just going to confuse the fuck out of kids, so we're just going to name it something else.
Yeah, because like when you see Qing, you don't immediately think that's going to be, or a child wouldn't think that's going to be pronounced Ching,
Yeah,
which isn't
They're probably
even
it's like
technically correct.
which is like fair, I guess, but also maybe you should teach people how to pronounce Chinese names. I don't know.
No. I think we'll get more in depth about this particular issue when we start talking about tamers. At one point, I believe it's Daisuke says that guy's almost as big as my appetite in reference to Azu Longmon.
That's a pretty big appetite.
Not gonna lie, Daisuke, that was pretty funny.
At one
That was
point,
a good joke, man.
At one point, Arukenimon says like, I forget what she leads up to it with, but she goes, "So sue me," and then at that point, I'm pretty sure is when Black Hawk Raymond like grips her by the fucking head.
I was like, yeah, I fucking made the towers for that reason. So what?
Get a lawyer. One must simply imagine Black War Greymon sitting in court.
Your Honor, League of Legends.
Your Honor, my client is simply trying to find his reason for living.
I wish that was a defense in court.
Your Honor, the kid had bad vibes.
They should make us in charge of the court system.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
And then of course the obligatory I hate them for putting jokes in the script. Azulongmong at one point says, "I have nothing more to tell you unless you want to hear a good joke Genai told me in limbo."
In limbo?
Bro, what? What are you fucking talking about?
I mean, I would like to hear that joke.
I'm curious too.
Because there aren't any here. Get on.
Fucking got him. Oh god. Moving straight into episode 38, Holy Night, the Big Digimon Reunion.
Oh, I really like this episode.
This episode is so fucking good.
Yeah.
So the episode opens up with them all just like back to blowing up towers. Now that they know that they are sealing.
They're like, oh no, we gotta get rid of all of them.
Yeah, they're back to just kind of blowing shit up. And then all of a sudden they're just like, yeah, almost all the dark towers are gone. I'm just like, what? What do you mean?
They've been working.
I'm sure Arukenimon would have made more when we wake up.
Very true.
I know there was a joke about that early on, but genuinely at this point, you almost expect there to be a bit where, like, you just see Arukenimon balding and Mummymon just bawling his eyes out.
So after they get back from the digital world, for their daily destroy the towers roundup, Ken is acting all like embarrassed and shy, and people are just, or no, actually, they're still in the digital world when this happens. And everyone's kind of curious, and he's like, "Oh, and Daisuke's like, "Oh shit, hell yeah, Christmas party!" And just like takes the invites out of his hand.
Because he's all coy. He's got invites in his hand, and they're like, "What are these for?" It's like, "Well, would you like to come over for Christmas?" He's like, "Oh, they'll probably say no. They don't actually like me."
And they're all just like,
"Oh hell yeah, we'd love to."
Yeah, they're all so happy he's inviting them. This is genuinely one of like the sweetest scenes in this entire show.
He's so. It's like it almost feels weird to think back to when he was Kaiser because he's so fucking baby now. Or even like the early points of like him and Stingmon because he was a lot more stoic.
Yeah, he was very standoffish because he still felt responsible, and at this point, he's just like a fucking puppy.
And then after like everyone else, that he like the only one left is Iori. They haven't talked in a while, so he's just sure like, oh, does Iori even want to come?
And Iori, like he like walks up and they just kind of stare at each other for a bit, and Iori just kind of grabs the invitation. He's like, "I would love to."
I'd love to.
Yeah, it's great, fucking adorable. And then one of the Digimon asks, "What is Christmas?" Well, you see, there's religion.
There's like multiple. I love whenever something like this happens in Digimon. I think my favorite was in Appmon. What is tax evasion?
Oh my god, yeah, I've totally forgot about that.
As a tax, somehow like I think it might be what is like something like that. I don't remember.
Yeah,
we'll get to it.
Yeah, so after that whole thing, we come back to the real world, and Yamato and his band are like at practice, and they're like, his two bandmates are like having a stupid conversation, and Yamato's like, "Bro, can we practice, please? Stop having frivolous conversations about fucking girls, you nerds." And then his dad calls him, and he finds out his dad is like going to be late, so they're just Yamato's like, "All right, well, I'll make
And
you dinner and leave it
he's
out for
like,
you."
I know how it is. Whatever.
Yeah.
We'll have dinner tomorrow or whatever.
Yeah, it's a very understanding family situation. And then I believe we cut to the next day and we're introduced to this fucking guy.
It's just purple, man.
Yeah.
It's
God.
purple guy.
Purple guy. Hello everybody, it's Markiplier.
That's oh whatever. That's fucking. I don't think we'll learn his name yet, but that's Oikawa.
Yeah. Fucking Oikawa. He meets up with Takaru and Yamato's mother.
Yeah, was he having a? But first, he was drinking a big milkshake or something.
Yeah, he was having a little drink at the pier and was like clearly waiting to ambush their mom to like have a
Interrogator.
conversation with her. Yeah. And like it's yeah, I wrote definitely a normal and chill guy with how bad with no bad vibes at all. Cause like the entire conversation she has with this guy, it keeps cutting back to her.
She's
and
really uncomfortable.
Yeah, she's actively avoiding making eye contact, and they make it very obvious that she does not want to be talking to this guy. It's really good.
Like, I get the impression she just doesn't want to be at, because he's asking her about, like, why am I forgetting what's the name of the place? But where was it? Bam happened.
The Fuji TV station.
No, like the part of Tokyo.
Oh, Odaiba.
Yeah, he's asking about the Odaiba incident, and then the stuff with like Parrotmon, and like he's asking about all this Digimon stuff, and she clearly doesn't. I just get the impression she just doesn't want to talk about that in general.
Yeah, she's like very off put from being like put in this position where some random dude who's kind of creepy is like interrogating her. Really good.
Yeah, because he also mentions that he like questioned her previously.
Yeah, they have met before to discuss this exact thing.
I also forgot he was really tall.
Yeah. He says a bunch of weird, ominous shit after she's kind of like dodging the subject and then just leaves. I forget what exactly he says, but it's really bizarre. Just like, oh, the incidents aren't quite over yet.
Yeah, he just this guy will be important.
No way. And then we cut back to the kids, and they are all talking about how, as a Christmas present, all of the original kids are going to be given like their Digimon partners. The new group is going to take their partners from the digital world and bring them to the real world to spend time with the original adventure kids as like a Christmas present. And it is maybe the most adorable fucking thing I've ever seen in my entire life.
Yeah, they're all like hiding in sacks and shit.
It's so
they take Palmon specifically to America, and she sneaks into Mimi's room.
Yeah, and it's like in the middle of the night, so Palmon's like she's gonna be so
And
surprised
Palmon's
when
like,
she wakes up.
"Ooh."
It's so fucking cute. It's so cute. The whole first half of this episode is like, oh, it's so good. It's so good.
Someone should put a Digimon in my room in the middle of the night.
God, I
That's what I'm
fucking
saying.
wish. Yeah. God, I wish. And then, after this really adorable scene where it shows like, I believe this is when they do like the little like slideshow of all the kids with their Digimon, just like having a nice time. We hard cut to the morning after, and we enter what I like to refer to as the Tai Chi cuckoldry scene.
I
So,
honestly always forget they pivoted to Yamato this early.
yeah, this is a rather infamous scene in the show where, out of nowhere, we see Tai Chi approach Sora, who is like waiting outside the school where, like the back area where Yamato is practicing. And like he approaches her and he's like, "Oh, hey, Sora, do you want to go to the show together?" And she is clearly just like, "Oh, fuck, come on, why
And
now?
and then he notices she's holding a present. And he
Yeah,
ver- and he and surprisingly, he immediately puts two and two together. He's like, ah, I see how it is.
yeah, and you know what? He's super chill about it. He's immediately
Yeah,
just
no,
like, "Ah, God, yeah. Okay, I'll leave you to it. No problem."
it's like, yeah, no, like, shockingly, like for a scene involving Sora, it's cute.
Yeah, it's nice,
Even
and
it just, I always forget because I never cared about this stuff as a kid. I always
yeah,
forget that like one of the biggest like whole like remnants of or not like things for the fandom of these like adventure shows was like shipping.
yes. Still
Like
is, weirdly enough.
especially tight, like yeah, especially Tai Chi, Yamato, and Sora.
Yes, very much so. Uh, and when I get to the dub zone, it might explain a bit as to why this
Oh yeah,
particular scene
the
is
dubs really leaned into it.
oh boy, holy fuck, the way the dub handles this scene is crazy. So yeah, like Piomon's like, "Come on, go, 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 go," and like it encourages them to like push a Sora in there, and then after that, June shows up out of nowhere and like barrels through and is like, "I gotta give flowers to Yamato." But yeah, my next note because it cuts to like them doing a show, like it's the actual like concert they're putting on, and my next one is just Yamato. You can't just stop playing your bass to sing. It's an important instrument for the sound of the song, Yamato. Because like he just stops playing the bass, but there's still clearly a bass line in the background. Which fucked up. That means Yamato's faking it. And he can't actually play bass.
Reminds me of the Given anime where they do the Fuyu no Hanashi song, but then after they're like, "Man, but your playing was kind of sloppy though," and I'm like, "That's like the the song is like." There's nothing wrong with the song if you listen to it in the actual anime, but they say that it was sloppy, and I'm like, dude, it was fine.
Yeah, they're like it's really funny because like obviously they're not going to record a slightly shittier version of the song to play in the show, but
I have seen games and shows do that. They should
really,
do that.
yeah, I guess there was the Sonic Unleashed. Did you get the D rank? Burr, burr,
Mm.
burr, 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 burr. Fucking hilarious. So yeah, a dinosaur shows up.
Dinosaur.
That I think there's like fuck,
No worse way to die.
yeah.
Except for maybe a dinosaur.
So yeah, a fucking black Tyrannomon busts out from the back of the stage, which is, a problem. And then it turns out all over Japan and the world at large, Digimon are just invading. Just everywhere. Kind of fucked up.
So all the kids are like, it's go time, let's digivolve.
Mm-hmm.
And they can't for some reason.
Yep. And then, as it turns out, they, are looking around outside, and oh fuck, there are dark
Oh,
towers.
there's just a big dark tower in the harbor.
Yep, they're in the real world now. That's bad. My next note is just doubt, doubt, doubt in all caps. I don't know what that was about. Well, whatever. So yeah, they managed to take care of the Dark Tyrannomon and like take care of the tower, which allows them to just kind of like take it easy for the rest of the night. Uh, so or no, I think that happens, and then we cut to like Ken's house where everyone is gathered at at the moment. I think that's what it is. Because like you see like Ken's mom out in the kitchen and like everyone is there and like they're clearly in the room having a good time and like laughing, playing cards, and his mom is just like, oh my god, he's laughing, oh my god, oh my god, I'm so happy.
There's like a really sweet line where she says something like, I never thought I'd ever hear the laughter of children in this house again.
It's really really nice. This episode is super super good.
They still need therapy though.
Oh yeah, 100%. At one point, people say that Ken is acting very cute because like when he laughs over someone doing something during the card game, everyone's like, "Oh my
Yeah,
god!"
I think Miyako girl's like, oh, your laugh's really cute.
And Daisuke's like, "What the fuck? I'm cute too." Very very funny. Uh, and then some more dinosaur like it cuts to like
Dinosaur.
yeah, it cuts to like I think it's the news crew who like are part of Yamato's dad's team.
Yeah,
Or
for
like
the Fuji TV guys.
yeah, they're like recording because like the Black Tyrannomon showed up, and these dudes are probably so fucking sick of dinosaurs at this point.
Oh, my favorite bit. I forget if it's in this or like the Dark Tyrannomon bit where like they're all freaking out, and like the one guy's like, you guys you guys want to listen to some sutras?
Yeah.
Those- yeah.
Yeah, you know what? That sounds great at this point.
Pokemon lose your power. Pokemon lose your power.
God fucking damn it. So, they basically do their usual routine is like rounding up the Digimon that have invaded and opening a digital gate to throw them all back into the digital world. The fight sequence is really funny because they're like grabbing and throwing Digimon around like it's nothing. It's fucking like they're not really fighting them. They're more just like gripping them by the like this the like this the scruff of their neck. That's the fucking term
Yeah.
I'm looking for, and just like tossing them around like cats. Uh oh god. Oh no. Okay, this is the point where we get the slideshow of everyone of like it's showing all of them with their Digimon partners just spending time together at Christmas. Because I have my note is this is maybe the sweetest little sequence they've ever done. It's so nice. This is the part where we see like Palmon decorating the tree with Mimi and everything, and like who is it? I think it's like someone is just like in the bath with another Digimon. It's
I think
just
it's
so
Joe with Gomamon.
Yeah, it's
yeah.
Joe Gomamon. I think that always gets me is Koshiro having dinner with his family in Tentomon.
Yeah. Oh, it's
What
so
did they
nice.
call her? What did Giselle
Tento-san.
call him? Tento-san? And
Tento-san.
everyone's like, Tento-san?
And then there's a new insert song where they say, "My Christmas, my soul for you."
Thank you, Kojiwara.
Thank you, Kojiwara. And then the episode ends, and it turns out there's Digimon all over the fucking world.
They
Yeah,
over.
it's a fucking worldwide invasion. Uh-oh. Which means we can move straight into Shin Dub Zone episode 38, A Very Digi Christmas.
What else could it be? What else could it have been?
When they're handing out the invitations at the beginning, Vemon sounds like he's about to fucking cry when he's like, can we go too? To like the fucking Christmas party. It's so great. So this is one of the things where it's like, oh, they made a good joke. They actually made a good joke. So when Ken is handing the invitation to Cody, he in his head he's like, it looks like Cody still hates me. Well, here it goes, and then it cuts to Cody, and Cody's like, it looks like Ken still hates me. Well, here he comes. It's really good. It's genuinely very funny. So you know how Oikawa like was talking? Oh no. When Oikawa's eavesdropping on Takaru's mom and like what is it, probably her coworker, like talking about just business stuff for like what they do. In English, that entire conversation is replaced with jokes about homework and Davis.
Huh?
I don't know. Because I don't think that's Davis's dad.
I don't think it is.
It's really bizarre. I think they thought it was Davis's dad. Really, really strange lead up to the conversation. Just utterly
Either
bizarre.
that or they're just like, oh, we need more Davis's stupid jokes.
Yeah. Very possible. Okay, so the English version of the Tai Chi and Sora scene. Oh boy. Okay. Tai asks Sora if she wants to go to the concert, and she says she's waiting to see if Matt is free. And Tai just goes, and I this is the exact tone he uses. He goes, "Oh, Matt, huh?" And it's like, bro.
So it makes it seem like Tai Chi is really angry about this.
Yes, it makes it seem like he's really petty and like upset that this is happening instead of totally chill with it like he actually is.
Oh my god.
Yeah, very fucking weird. And like Sora seems way more just like, oh no, oh no. The other boy, like it's like, ugh. It's very understandable why, like, people have those kind of discussions about this kind of thing when the English scene portrays it like this instead of pretty cut and dry like the Japanese does. Like from this point forward in the Japanese, they constantly
They
talk about
yeah,
yeah.
Yamato and Sora being like a couple or whatever. Like just so like Tai Chi and Sora being a thing isn't even really much of a thing. But it's sort of like they kind of tease it in like the first show, and then it's like they aren't even like they like I don't even remember if this is a dub thing in the movie or it's just in like they're like he's like sending out an apology like she broke up with him
Oh
or,
yeah. Yeah, the
in our war game. I mean,
yes.
I forget if they broke up or if that's just a dub thing.
No, because in the original version of our war game, like the actual sub, it's he got her a hair clip for her birthday. And she's really upset about it because, like, oh, you don't like the hat, and like it was just like a stupid child argument, and he's
Yeah,
apologizing for that. In the dub, it's not that they like broke up or something. There's definitely more of like that kind
but
of
yeah, it comes off much more like a romantic spat.
yeah. So that scene is extremely different. Uh, someone says this gives a new meaning to the phrase "monsters of rock." That's not a phrase. That's not a thing that people say.
I think it is. It's just really old.
No,
which is
it's
more
not.
just showing how old the writers are.
It actually there was like a movie called Monsters of Rock or something, or like a documentary. But like I specifically went to Google because I'm like, that sounds like it could be a phrase, but I don't think it is. Like Titans of Rock is sometimes like what people refer to certain like bands as, like the Titans of Rock, but Monsters of Rock was never like a real term. Very weird.
It gives a whole new meaning. It gives a
It
meaning.
gives a meaning to this phrase we just made up.
I mean, hey, a meaning. If a meaning is new, then it's new.
I
You know.
But like I like it was just to the phrase. It's like that's not a phrase. You can't
I
just say.
I should just start saying this for anything.
Oh man, this gives a whole new meaning to the phrase. I'm really tired and want to go to bed.
What's the meaning? I'm really tired and I want to go to bed.
Yeah, no, I think it's pretty self-explanatory. Were you not listening? Fucking god. So during the scene where they're all playing cards and everything, when Ken laughs, Davis says, "Thanks a lot," and I was like, "Huh? What? What do you mean by this?" Oh, whatever. And then when Ken's mom is like interrupting them having fun to give them the phone because the shit is going down and they have to be informed about it. Davis is saying a line that is, and I, because they're talking about, oh man, what do we play now? And Davis is saying, and I quote, "How about strip poke?" And then he gets cut off.
Huh?
These kids are 12 years old. Hey, dub writers, these children are 12. You can't be talking like that, white baby. So yeah, that's fun. Good stuff all around.
I'm not gonna lie, I did not like that. Thanks for sharing.
uh, at one point, Tai says to Davis, "Take it from me, you'll never learn about women." Tai, what the fuck does that mean? What does that imply about
Tai's
you?
gay?
What does that imply about Davis? Are you just like, Davis, you're gay? You know how I know?
I know what you are.
It's just like
And just a soccer player in Daisuke's head.
Oh my god, that's fucking great. Uh um oh yeah, so during the sizzle reel of everyone having a good time with their Digimon partners, there's a bad rendition of The Night Before Christmas with different words. The word tushy is used during this.
Why?
Because it's a funny word.
Why?
It's a funny word.
So dumb.
I like how that seemingly upset you more than the strip poker joke. Was them using the word tushy.
No, it definitely upset me, but I'm just like baffled and like why?
I don't fucking know. Moving on to episode 39, General Mobilization, Imperial Dramon.
He's here.
He's here.
He's here. He's
Oh my god.
I told you I was dog sitting.
He's what?
You can't say that. How did you make that noise with your mouth?
Dog!
It's fine.
No, this is really funny. I'm keeping all this in. Anyway, the towers are showing up everywhere on Christmas of all days. So yeah, like
No.
towers are showing up all over Japan, all over the world. They decide to so everyone's leaving and they're just like, okay, we have to like get everyone together and form a plan. And Daisuke's like, no. They said that tower is in oh god, I forget the exact town they used.
But like the part of Tokyo that Ken lives.
Yeah. He's like, Ken's there all alone. I've got to go help him. Like, I'm going there. Yeah, I'm not leaving him alone. So, you know, maybe Ty was right about Davis not understanding women and will never understand women.
I think this is like I find this conversation really weird because like Taichiro Lance for some reason he's like weirdly resistant to going to make sure Ken is okay.
Yeah, because like he's just like Ken will be fine on his own, and Daisuke's like maybe, but also I should really go and check on him to make sure. Like,
and
and
then
it makes
and then at the end of the conversation. And at the end he's like, you know, and at the end he's basically, yeah, that makes sense. Good luck, Daisuke.
yeah, and it's like it makes the most sense for Daisuke to go because they're a joggers pair. Like, duh.
It's just like, okay.
Right.
Anyway.
I forgot. Daisuke says, but Ken is really important, Taichi. Ken is so important, Taichi.
Yeah, I'm sure he is.
So they find out that all information about Digimon and like the digital world has been altered in government databases by some kind of super
It's
hacker.
altered or removed.
Yeah.
It was I think they just said like completely erased, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because like
Like-
the like I think it's like a military like. Hello,
Hello, Leon.
Leon.
Mhm.
Oh, you
Sorry,
cut out
you
for a
like
second there.
What?
short. Yeah. Leon.
So a bit of context. I don't know if you can still hear me.
We can.
Yes,
Oh no.
I can
We
hear
can-
you.
can.
My power is completely out right now.
Oh my! What?
It's storming, I guess, and the power is out. I don't know if it's on anywhere else. So I'm on data right now.
Okay, well, you heard it here first, everyone. This is the first DiveCast episode brought to you during a fucking power outage, I guess. Well, we're just gonna keep moving because I'm not fucking delaying this episode again. Let's go.
Yeah,
Exactly,
I guess
that's-
like because
That's why
all the Digimon are like out and about causing chaos. It cuts like a military base and like, oh, we'll dig up our old data for combating the Digimon, and it's gone.
I thought you were gonna say because all the Digimon are out and about. I guess they cut Leon's power.
Yeah.
That fucking Black Tyrannomon again. eating the power cables.
He's always getting up to mischief.
Yeah. Anyway, Genai is here, but it's like it's young Genai, which I don't think we're supposed to know it's Genai yet, because I'm pretty sure this is the first time we see young Genai. Oh
Yeah.
no, we saw him in the flashback in OG. That's right.
Oh yeah. Because that's just what he looked like when he was younger.
Yeah. So for some reason, Genai is young now. I don't think this is ever explained.
I also don't think it is explained.
He's just young now. uh, the way they describe the proliferation of Digidestined kind of makes it sound like a disease.
I mean, as we've seen from like later stuff, it sort of is.
I guess it kind of is, yeah. Oh yeah, okay, so yeah, now we cut to Ken, who is alone trying to deal with the invasion currently happening in his town. But there is a dark tower, so he's unable
so he can't go to Stingmon.
And unfortunately, Ken doesn't have armor, so he's kind of fucked.
And shocker! Right, Arukenimon knows where he lives.
Yep. So that's really not good. I believe C6 a Tyrannomon on him.
I know it's what's he called?
Triceramon. Sorry. Yeah. The 6 a Triceramon. So he's like running through back alleys of a street because all he has is Wormmon. He's in very real danger. So yeah, Daisuke was right. So at this point,
honestly, that might be what.
Go ahead.
The Dark Tower stuff might be why he went back, because he's like, Ken doesn't have armor Digivolutions. Gotta go
get his ass. I don't think it's that deep. It's just he's worried about Ken.
Yeah, I think he's just worried about his boyfriend.
That's fair.
Yeah, like that's definitely a good justification for him going. But yeah, no, I think Daisuke didn't even think that far. I think he's just actually worried. So we get more shots of like Oikawa, and he's fucking weird and creepy. Just God, he is so off-putting. What a creepy fucking dude. Triceramon's, because I'm pretty sure Daisuke's shown up at this point. Yeah, Daisuke shows up to like help Ken and destroys the tower so that we get both XVmon and Stingmon now. And they are fighting Triceramon. And it's not going well. His armor is like too tough. Like he has that thick skin. So there's a particular part where he, like, Triceramon kind of like does like the forward head tackle, like, rams him with the horns against XVmon into a building, and then like drags him along the building while like pressing him against it. It's super brutal looking.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
That thing Broly did to Vegeta.
Yeah, actually. At one point, Arukenimon is like, "What? Why the fuck did only one kid show up? Where are the rest of them? What the fuck?" She's like, "I was really banking on all of them to show up to help Ken. Why is only Daisuke here?"
I was like, "Why are they not all reckless idiots?"
Can't have shit around here. So Mummymon and Arukenimon do a sneak attack and start like attacking
Paiildramon.
Yeah, because at this point they jaw rest, because of course.
Yeah, because it's like, Paildramon's pretty tough, but like numbers.
Yeah, number advantage, unfortunately. They can't access digital gates right now to like fast travel, basically. So like I think they're trying to work out a way to be able to get to places they need to go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because they have to travel internationally.
Yeah, they're like, yeah, we can't. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Sorry if we're a little scatterbrained, everybody. We were supposed to record this last week.
Yeah, and while they're all figuring out, and you see in the background, Kosher is just getting a little email.
Yeah, you get a little email. Nice little thing. And for some reason, yeah, okay. My next note is just with like 7 question marks, because what Koshiro is instructed to do is take his laptop and his desktop monitor and point them at each other. And
this is like some real boomer tech support shit.
Yeah. And then they both beam energy out of them, and the colliding energy allows Genai to materialize in the real world.
Hey guys. It's me.
This reminds me of that one like scene from the like spy like the animated spy show with the with all the girls or whatever, and she's got the laser and like the two like
Oh,
hand
totally
mirrors,
spies.
and
Yes.
she points the laser at the mirrors and they reflect the lasers.
It's so fucking stupid. It's like, oh, fine, okay. I guess Genai's here now, sure. And Genai gives them a present, which is a orb. He's like, I have,
It's a gift from Azulongmon
yeah,
or Ching Longmon.
yeah. Anyway, they're just like, oh no, Genai is hot now, and he's like, here, have a ball. This is a gift. Essentially, what Ching Longmon did was Ching Longmon had Genai be like, hey, here you go, it's a present for you. It's a little version of me. There you go, it's a gift. And Gojo was just like, I don't really want this.
And he's like, we gotta get this shit to Pyuldramon.
Yeah. And they're just like, oh, don't worry about that. And then the fucking like it like starts glowing and like shoots a giant beam of energy, which is just like Genai's like, okay, don't worry, all of you can now digivolve the perfect without issue anymore. You know?
What do you mean, all of you?
Yeah. And like they don't really talk about that. He's like, yeah, you can all do it now. And it's just like, what? And then we cut to
I assume he just meant
yeah.
or Tailmon and Angemon.
Yeah.
But it's funny, they don't like it's like yo, Ultra Angemon real?
Let's go. But yeah, so the giant beam shoots up in the air, and Pyuldramon is in the middle of getting like worked between the Triceramon and the two other perfects he's in the middle of fighting. But then Pyuldramon gets struck by the giant pillar of light, and we get the fucking Imperial Dramon evolution sequence, which is sick as fuck, by the way.
Me when I blow up a castle.
Yeah, exactly. For some fucking reason, the Imperial Dramon evolution sequence it's another 3D sequence. It's Pyuldramon gets surrounded by a big blue dragon because Ching Longmon. And it causes him to transform into Imperial Dramon, and then for seemingly no reason, he blows up a fucking castle.
It's like the sickest thing ever animated by humans.
It's so cool. Yeah, no, it's the coolest fucking thing in the world. He just blows up a whole castle for seemingly no actual reason. Excellent. Oh, right, I forgot. When the orb initially activates, it forcibly digivolves all the babies into their child.
Oh yeah, because they were like all tired from fighting earlier or whatever.
Mm-hmm. And now they can exist as child level even in
oh, you know, yeah, that's it. That's it.
In addition to that. So that's cool. During the Imperial Dramon info card, they say he holds a secret power.
It's a surprise tool that'll help us later.
It's just such a funny way to phrase that. At one point, Mummymon says, that's not fair. Because now they're dealing with an ultimate.
He's so big.
He's so huge. Imperial Dramon is fucking enormous. Imperial Dramon then grips Triceramon's skull like a basketball and just throws him into a digital gate.
He's like, oh, but quick, get the laptop.
Mm-hmm. So yeah,
he holds him there for a while. Too.
Yeah, no, he's just like gripping his fucking head. It's so funny.
And then he's like, quick, you two hop in.
Mm-hmm.
And like, cause he can like absorb people into like his like back. He's got like a little like sort of like cockpit in there.
Yeah, he's like a mobile fortress. It's very interesting.
And then he's like, okay, let's move. And then he just shoots up into the air and does one of his moves, positron laser, and shoots all the fucking the towers in Japan.
Yep. He just my note is Imperial is so fucking cool. He just blows up multiple towers from orbit. Just genuinely so awesome.
I think I could do that.
Could you? Is that a thing you can do?
Yeah, I think I could do that.
You know what? I believe you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
A rare moment of support from Lotte.
I don't think it's that rare.
It's pretty rare.
Anyway. So the reason all the data had been like removed or expunged from like government databases was thanks to Genai and all of his friends, is what he calls them, I think.
It's like there are more there. Beware, there are more penis men out there.
I was thinking the exact same thing. Imperial Dramon is crazy fast, like really, really fast, and he's able to fly around the world really easily. So they decide, okay, well, I guess we're going to be using him to ferry all the kids to the various countries that Dark Towers have shown up in, which is pretty cool.
Easy peasy.
Yeah, problem solved. And then the episode ends on a cliffhanger of Arukenimon and Mummymon getting a phone call letting them know they've received new orders. We don't know who they're from, even though it's obvious at this point. But yeah, so we now know that they're working for someone specific, and they get a phone call to, receive orders.
Very insecure way of receiving new orders. That shit could have been tapped.
Yeah, pretty much. All right, moving straight into Shin Dub Zone, episode 39, Draymon Power.
That's not fun.
Yeah. Triceramon left the same. Trihorn Attack left the same. Imperial Dramon left the same. Mega Death was changed to Mega Crusher. And Positron Laser was kept the same. Only one name change. The beginning of the episode opens up with the news anchor saying, "We interrupt the Power Rangers Arbor Day special," which is something they can get away with because it's Saban doing the dub.
Oh my god.
Yeah, there's a fair few references to Power Rangers throughout this dub's life.
Yeah. They talk about they list a bunch of like things that have gone wrong, and then the news anchor's like, in other words, nothing works. I believe it's Mummymon at some point says they're probably on the internet trying to sell their trading card collection. And it's like, what?
He knew what kids would be up to in the 2020s.
Fucking on the pulse. And then during Imperial Dramon's intro card, he says, "I am stronger than any other Digimon."
The most powerful evil Digimon.
He is the strongest.
I'm
Good fucking lord. All right, we're a little over an hour deep, and 3 episodes in. So let's go ahead and do Momo's Digimon of the Week. So Momo, why don't you tell us about this? All right, that was great. Thank you, Momo.
I'm glad you liked it.
Thank you. I liked it. It was a good Digimon of the Week.
Oh, okay, yeah, of course. Oh, Momo's Digimon of the Week is always good. All 20.
Oh well, yeah, but
21, right? 22.
God, is that how far we are?
I think we're at 21. Yeah. Yeah, it is in fact 21. Speaking of, we have some questions this week from the comments on last session. Okay, so our first question comes from Mega Manga Man on the comment section from episode 20, because we can't really accept questions anywhere else right now. They asked, what Digimon do you think could beat Apology Man in Strive Pools? And then, sorry, Bridget, she's not even here, so this feels extra fucking... So, honestly, probably any Digimon.
I think everyone could do it. He seems like a bit of a gamer.
Yeah.
Are they playing the game, or are they in the game as a character?
No, they're playing. They're
playing it, yeah.
Oh, okay. I don't know enough about gamer Digimon, so...
But I think Apocalypse could do it if he could fit in the venue.
Yes. I also have faith in Datamon being able to do
it. It's the normal venue, but like 2 of his like hands are like all snaked around inside and holding onto a controller, playing off a big flat screen outside.
He was told there would be pizza.
Fucking Christ. Oh my god. Our second question comes from Vidros. They asked, what piece of media, just like in general, like literally anything, do we want to have a crossover with Digimon? Like, Like Digimon
A
show up
cross.
in that media.
I feel like it's so hard. It
You
would
know
be
what?
so hard.
You know what? I don't fucking care. Put that shit in FF14. About as random as the Yokai Watch
Yeah,
collab.
Yeah, yeah, fair enough.
that's that's like the obvious answer because it'd be easy to put them in as like minions.
Hmm.
And then like a couple as mounts, like the armor forms or something.
I feel
But
for real though. I feel like maybe you could do something like like something like interesting out of like Fate or SMT, like the whole like mixing up of like servants or demons. That could
Yeah.
be that could be interesting.
Hmm. For
you
sure.
probably could do something with Monster Hunter, like
Although I don't
Oh,
have
want to
some
do
of the
that
yeah.
with
like the big.
Digimon
Yeah, like the problem would be we'd be hunting Digimon, which is kind of
unless you're going for like a stories thing.
yeah.
But
I would love to see like a Digimon rep in a future Smash game. That's never gonna happen, but I think it'd be really cool.
Yeah, I don't think it would ever happen.
No, like there's no way it would, but like that's something I would like to see eventually.
put Agumon in Fortnite.
Hmm.
Put Beelzemon in Fortnite.
No Agumon, long Agumon.
So, since Momo brought up SMT, we actually did have a question from Oblivion Bird asking us if any of us are into Shin Megami Tensei, then what is our favorite demon or design from the series?
More Persona than
I'm not.
SMT, but
Yeah,
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not
I mean, I
particularly.
played some of them.
Yeah, but I like Jack Frost. Hee-hoo.
Yeah, that
I
feels
I
like
am I have been very fond. Yeah, I would. I mean, I'll give another answer, but yes, I'm very fond of Naho Biho.
Nahobiho is so good.
Um, I think Chemtrail might be the funniest demon they've ever made.
Chemtrail is legitimately extremely funny.
I like just the concept, the actual design where it's like three guys stapled together. He's like, and he's got like that weird like shiny render.
Hmm. Hmm. No, it's a really really good design. As for me, so I don't really play SMT at all. However, I do like know tons of people who do, so I've seen plenty of the designs. Um, I think the SMT4 Apocalypse design for Satan is one of the coolest designs I've ever seen in my entire life. Legitimately, just such a fucking sick concept. It is so good looking. It's like that is the one that's like a very dragonoid, like a dragonoid human form that's very like lithe, and then it's got like the 7 red heads coming out of the top. Where like one of them is a human skull, one of them's like a dragon skull. There's like a ton of variation, like the 7 heads that are on the top. It looks super fucking cool. Awesome design.
uh, Although demon I always immediately think of that I really like is it's I think her name's Norn. It's like the one that's like a giant clock.
Yes. Yeah. That one's really good too. I also very much enjoy that
Yeah,
one.
that's probably like my actual favorite demon off the top of my head.
Hmm. And then our final question comes from Anime PDX. They were actually asking about future guests. Also, how's Angel? Angel's doing pretty good as far as I can tell.
Yeah, it's just it's rough to like line up stuff for him to be here.
Yeah,
Like
unfortunately,
he
he just
he can be here. It's just never really works out.
yeah, it's very unfortunate, but the door is always open, etc. So I certainly have some ideas for future guests.
Don't know if I want to spoil them, but we do
No,
have guests. We do have guests lined up. Don't you
yes,
worry.
there are multiple guests lined up. I plan on doing some fun stuff for future sessions that I am very excited to do. So don't worry about that. The like getting guests for this is a bit more difficult because outside of like the 4 of us who are on here, we don't have like a ton of friends who are super into Digimon to the point they would want to do something like this. At least not for like the show itself. And we're not a big channel at all. So we can't really reach out to, bigger channels. It's kind of awkward. Like I could, but there's not exactly a good possibility
It
of that
feels weird to
happening.
do it.
Yeah. Feels very like I don't know, just meh. At some point, I think I probably will if like the channel does keep growing. But as of right now, aside from like our personal friend groups, probably nothing crazy. But I do have some fun ideas for like guests in the future. Thank you everyone for the questions. That was actually great. I'm glad we did that.
Yay.
Yeah.
I'm also glad.
Yeah. So again, remember in the comment section if you have a question for us about literally anything, whether it be Digimon or otherwise, please feel free to ask because it's great. And this will be time that the Dub Zone is no longer covering when I get rid of it. Yee.
Yeah.
But with that, we are going to move into episode 40 Great Digimon Melee in New York and Hong Kong.
New York, baby.
Greatest city in the world. Yeah. So this is these episodes I think we're actually gonna blow like this is probably gonna be a pretty short session because these episodes we're probably just gonna like blow through these. They're both structured incredibly similarly.
Yeah, a whole lot of nothing happens.
Mm. So the episode opens up with essentially, is that a fucking dragon? Because Imperial Dramon shows up to where everyone else is, and they're just like, what is happening? Because he's huge. And then they discuss where the digital gates have opened and where the dark towers are, so where they need to go to start closing stuff. And for some reason, they split up every single Jogress pair.
Don't worry about it.
I don't know why they do this, but yeah, don't worry about it.
More bodies.
Mm-hmm. So this is the point where we see because after this is when Imperial Dramon like splits up. They revert back to Vmon and Wormmon instead of being Chibimon and Minomon because they now that they have that kind of power boost, they no longer go all the way down to the in training stage, which is cool. Oh god, I really should have taken better notes because I watched these episodes a week ago and I have no idea what half this shit means.
What are your notes?
Quote, "Hey guys," end quote.
Is that Genai?
That's probably Genai showing up, yeah.
Oh no, I think like just Dice Kid just pops out of Imperial Dron. He's like, hey guys.
Hey everybody, how's it going? Somebody's move is called Shoot the Darkness, which is sick as fuck. Oh no, it's the movie. That's right. This is when oh my god. I think this is when they are talking to Michael?
Oh yeah, you're getting really
Yeah.
ahead of yourself then.
No way. Really? I guess I am. But
Yeah, no, because Genai says like because they're talking to Genai first.
yeah, at this point they say Shoot the Darkness though as like a movie. It's like it's a movie they see or something. God, I forget what it is. I'm so upset. Ugh. Well, anyway, we start like cutting around the world to like what's happening in the various locations that the Digimon are present in. And at Niagara Falls, there is just a Shogun Gekomon, or Tono-sama Gekomon, I suppose. Just kind of showering in Niagara Falls, and the military is just like, what the fuck? Like,
What do we do?
what do we do about this? Like, what on earth is protocol here? And then another Digidestined shows up on an Airdramon and is like having a small conversation with the Tono-sama Gekomon, and then starts leading it away, which is kind of neat. Like they're
Like, wait a minute, I thought I saw a kid.
Mm-hmm. Oh, no, that's ridiculous. Children would never get near a fucking dinosaur.
This guy does not know children.
No. So they start talking about how all the Digimon are moving toward one location, that location being New York City. And they are speculating that it is the Digimon breeding ground.
Is this a reference to the '99 Godzilla movie?
It fucking might be. It legitimately might be. Which is insane to me.
So is this the part where Geta explains, like, you know, it was him that was fucking with the info?
That was at the end of the last episode.
Oh, was it? My bad.
Yeah. It was him and his friends.
Yeah, his friend.
The others, I think, as he called them. Anyway, cute Mimi outfit spotted. Her and her parents are trying to flee the city, and she gets out of the car, and it's like, oh, well, I gotta take care of this, actually.
Yeah. I'll be right back. Mimi!
Where are you going? Yeah, Digimon are just kind of converging on New York for some reason. A lot
New
of it
York.
in the greatest city in the world, baby.
Well, yeah,
New York.
Well, yeah, because all the children are leading them to New York.
Right. Yes, that is why they're actually going there. I forgot they mentioned the other children because like we see the one air monster leading the one away, but like we didn't see the other kids.
Maybe they mention it later, but like
Mhm.
you can kind of you
Yeah,
can kind of assume that's what's going on.
everyone's just leading them back. The fucking Palmon air traffic controller is the most adorable thing in the world because at this point I believe it's Daisuke and Tai Chi. Is it? No, Daisuke and who fucking comes with them to? Is it
Is it
just Daisuke? Because he goes and then meets up with Mimi and Michael. It might just be
Daisuke and
Daisuke.
Ken?
No, because they
Because
don't
did they not?
they don't keep the air
Uh,
they don't keep the joggers pairs together. They split everyone up.
I thought it was specifically they only left Daisuke and Ken together.
Oh no, yeah, they had to because they're the ones fucking ferrying people
Yeah,
around.
because
for
they need
Imperial.
Imperial to get around.
Yeah, I forgot about that. I totally forgot. God, I really should have refreshed myself on these episodes before doing the recording. Oopsie.
So yeah, it's Daisuke, Ken, and Mimi.
Yeah, and then they meet up with Michael while they're there, since he's also a Digidestined in New York. But yeah, like Palmon's like showing the plane where to land. It's fucking awesome. Michael's dad is incredibly funny.
Yeah, he's like just a big blonde white man.
Yeah, and he's an action movie star.
And Daisuke's like, oh my god, he's guy from movie.
That both knows how to fly a plane and also smuggles kids across state borders and then lands in the middle of New York.
Honestly, if he's like if he's an action movie star, that's not even that surprising that he kind of knows how to fly a plane.
Yeah. Not this if he wants to do his own stunts, he might have just gotten his pilot license for the hell of it.
I mean, he still did just land in the middle of a New York street.
That is very true. He did land like a private jetliner.
Not even as like my engines are failing. Literally just like an on purpose thing.
Oh, gotta do what you gotta do.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, another Genai shows up, and they're just like, Genai, what are you doing here? And he's like, no. My name is Benjamin.
Sure, man.
Yeah, okay. Well, yeah, why not?
Alright, I believe you.
Okay. And then they drop the tidbit that all of these guys were originally the same guy, apparently.
Yeah, it's like, I guess that's why he's young now.
Yeah, like old Genai split into a bunch of different Genais, and that's why he's young, I guess, is what they're going for here. Very bizarre.
So you're saying if I get too old and I want to become young again, I just split myself into 6?
Yep. Live your dreams, kids.
Okay.
Fucking, like, all the kids are, like, converging on the city, leading people around. There's a Jiraimon that, like, gets particularly angry and confused and starts attacking. And it goes out of its way to, like, start attacking a Christmas tree, specifically.
Yeah, it looks so... He starts beating the fuck out of this Christmas tree.
He fucking hates Christmas.
Also, shouts to this little kid with the... What was it, a Marimon?
Yeah.
And he looks at... Why is he dressed like Analog Boy?
Yeah, I noticed that too. Very weird. It's probably just a cute little reference, but still, why the fuck?
It probably isn't even the same outfit. It just looks really familiar.
Mm-hmm. I believe. Oh god, I forget where exactly they ask about, but like Daisuke says something like, "Oh yeah, I can go there. Like, yeah, I'll get over there right away." And they're just like, "Daisuke, do you even know where that is?" And he's just like, "Don't worry about it." And then it's just like, "All right, yeah, we're gonna go ahead and we'll take you there. Don't worry." Benjamin gives them the ability to digivolve again, despite there being a Dark Tower, I guess.
The power of Longmon.
Yeah, I don't know why he had to give them the power. I guess they were the ones who weren't there when the orb was present.
Mimi wasn't there.
That's right. That's right. They need to give it to Mimi and like Michael.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I don't know why I thought it was Dice Genken.
I forgot that Michael was a Digidestined. I just
Yeah,
thought
he
he was
has
a guy.
Betamon.
It's just a good. It's just this white guy we know.
Yeah, he has Betamon, not to be confused with Madoki Betamon.
Yeah.
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 Anyway, the most important thing in the world happens. Lilymon is back.
Digimon.
Woohoo!
Yay! There she is, right there on the background. Anyway, Mimi's parents decide to go after her, and they blow through a fucking police roadblock.
They're like, no, there's no time. They're probably just really confused. Why are you going back into the city?
Yeah, they're extremely based for doing this, by the way. So they attempt to have Lilymon use the floral wreath, I think is the name of the move.
Like, yeah, she tries using that. And she's like, oh wait, this guy's just angry. He's not corrupted.
Yeah, he's just angry and confused. This isn't gonna work. And they don't want to kill any of them because, you know, they're not Dark Tower Digimon, they're just actual Digimon.
But he's very mad, so he fucking gets the upper hand on all of them.
Mm-hmm. So Daisuke tells XVmon that he should make Doraemon like cool his head a little bit. And XVmon takes this as okay, and like pile drives him into the ice skating rink. He took it very, very literally.
Like, that's not... Whatever, man.
It's not what I meant, but sure. Everyone has a nice Christmas party. There's a Merry Christmases all around. And then we cut to Hong Kong. Where oh god, who the fuck even came here? I think it's Hikari and
Oh wait, no, before we do that,
what's up?
there's a fun little joke.
Mhm.
Mimi's mom shows up. It's like, Mimi, there you are. What the hell? What's going on here? You young boy, tell me what's going on. And despite speaking Japanese to him, I think he Daisuke tries to play dumb and is like speaks English really badly.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas, Mr.
Merry
Tachikao.
Oh, it's so
And
fucking good.
he has a big silly smile on his face.
It's so fantastic. Yeah, so at this point we switch over to Hong Kong. Oh, what's up?
I think it's Koshiro in Hong Kong, isn't it?
Yeah, I know one of them is Hikari because of
It's
like,
Hikari and Koshiro.
okay. So yeah, they are in Hong Kong.
Because it's Anjuamon and Atler Kavutarimon.
Yes, you're right. There's an old man who's trying to exorcise a Mojamon. Like throwing fucking
the Mojamon just like, what is your problem?
But in order to rescue the old man, 3 Chinese brothers, I assume? I
Yes,
assume
they
they're
are
brothers.
like they are the I forget they're like we are the Octomon brothers.
Yeah, because all 3 of them have Shakomon that digivolve into Octomon. And then they go ahead and take care of the they kind of get the Mojamon under control because they like start explaining to it like it's fine, don't worry about it. We're gonna get you home. And then Kyrie, Jesus, I've been playing too much Kingdom Hearts. Hikari and Koshiro try to like bridge the language
And they're
gap.
immediately like, shit, we can't speak Chinese.
They're just like, we should have thought this through, maybe. But then it's fine because Jackie-san shows up.
And another Genite, he's like, my name is Jackie. And he says, like, just try to get your feelings across.
Which they do, and then the brother starts speaking perfect Japanese.
And it's just like, well, you know, they're speaking with feeling, you know?
Anyway, there's a bad bit about how they're all in love with Hikari, and she's using it to her advantage to make them do stuff. Yada yada yada. The typical bullshit.
I think it's funny because it's literally just, oh, I think it's funny that it starts after she manages to say one word in Chinese.
Yeah, there we go.
It's like,
pretty good.
Oh my god, a girl and she knows Chinese.
Jesus Christ. So they encounter a bit of an issue. in order to get all of the Digimon who have been lost in the area into Hong Kong to send them back, a bunch of kids from India have to cross the border into China. When they
they
get
have
to
to
the
cross
border,
the Chinese border.
yeah, when they get to the border, they are met with a large contingent of the fucking Chinese military. Like,
and fucking, I just remember Angelomon looking at all this and going, "But none of us can speak Chinese."
yeah, it's so funny. It's like, what are we gonna do? We can't speak Chinese.
As ridiculous as this all is, I really like how this scene plays out.
Yeah, it's very cool.
Just this like big collaborative communication thing.
Yeah, it's very nice the way they handle it. So they're just like, okay, how the hell are we gonna get our feelings across? And Andromon and Adler Carpetariumon are like, we'll keep them distracted. It's like, what do you mean by that? Guys, what do you mean by that?
Like, be a big scary. I was like, no, we don't need to do any of that. So eventually, like, wait a minute, we got an idea. So they send out the Octomon, and they start inking on the wall words in like hello in Chinese.
Mm-hmm. Because the three
The
brothers
Octomon could speak Chinese.
Yeah. So they like establish a dialogue between the Chinese military and the Digidestined. And
yeah, they're like they get across like we don't want to fight. We need to get to Hong Kong to go home.
the funniest part is the Chinese military being like, okay, we have to respond somehow. How are we going to do that? And they fucking do like the military drills of like, look how synchronized we are to form kanji using their bodies. Which is fucking hilarious.
Impressive.
Mm-hmm. And then the episode ends with a really lonely child sitting on a swing set, not playing with the other kids. And then he looks up and Mummymon is next to him. So my note just says, oh, hey, Mummymon, I see you're a fan of the Monogatari series.
I just remember him basically saying something to the child's like, are you depressed as well?
Yeah. You look like shit, kid.
Like, I'm gonna be real with you, kid. I am also going through it.
I'll be real, 5-year-old child. Mummymon's about to kill himself. Anyway, Shin Dub Zone episode 40, Digimon World Tour Part 1. You'll never guess what the next couple episodes are going to be called. Shakomon is kept the same. Octomon is also kept the same. Benjamin is kept the same. They don't change any of these names, with the exception of one in the next episode.
Huh.
At a point, I think this is when XVmon is like approaching Doraemon, and he's like, "Stop it!" And then he gets slapped out of the air, and just just like gets cut off immediately. It's very, very good. At some point, I believe it's one of the non-Digidestined kids screams, "He just doesn't like other trees."
Well, I mean, yeah, I guess he doesn't.
And then during the fucking Chinese military part, they say that the kanji they wrote means "we come in peace."
You can say anything when you assume everyone is as ignorant about other languages as you.
So true. So true. And then, wow, we're keeping this episode really short. Jesus Christ, we were blitzing through these. The final episode for our session, episode 41, Great Battle at Coral and Versailles. It's Australia time.
Yay!
Oh god, it's this episode.
Yeah, why? What's wrong?
Nothing. That's a lie. That's just a bold-faced lie. Well, you'll get into it.
So, yeah, we start off with the Australian portion of it. I genuinely have forgotten which kids are here.
Well, Iori for one.
Yes, Iori and Joe. Okay. Yes, yeah. They notice that there's a dark tower just out in the middle of the ocean, and nobody seems to care.
Yeah, they're just. It's like, did someone on the staff have a beef with Australians? They're just like, oh, these stupid, ignorant Australians, can't they see they're in danger? They're too peaceful, they're too laid back.
My note just says, these people don't give a fuck about the tower. Australians are just kind of like that. So they're
It's
getting
just
ready. Oh, yeah.
like an average Australian seeing a Digimon in the wild. Huh. Average day on Australia.
Yeah. I'm just like, man, that's probably normal. I've lived here all my life. This is probably just some animal I haven't seen yet.
It's just there's a I live every day where there's a chance a snake will bite my ass from the toilet.
They start trying to take out the tower, and Santa Claus shows up.
Just like, wait a minute, what?
It just is like just actually looks like fucking Santa Claus. Because they point out the fact that it's Christmas, why is it so hot? And it's like, well, that's because the seasons are reversed on the other
Yeah,
side of the planet.
we're in the southern hemisphere.
Yeah. So Santa shows up and helps them take down a tower, and then it turns out it was actually a Genai in disguise. His name is Yukari.
Couldn't think of an Australian name.
No. Well, yeah, they could. They just gave it to the kid we're about to be introduced to.
Oh
That's
yeah,
not a
speaking
name.
of, speaking of, here comes the Australian kid.
Dingo.
Fucking dingo.
Yeah, he's like parasailing and he's got with Crabmon or
Yeah.
Ganimon.
He's being chased by what? A Gessamon and a Beedramon and a Shellmon, I think?
Yes.
Yeah.
Is this
And,
what they meant when they said Dingo stole my baby or whatever?
Is your
Sure.
baby a crab?
Yeah.
Then yeah, I guess he did.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the kid goes up to Joe and Yori. It's like, hello, my name is Dingo.
Fucking dingo. Come on, man. Come on. Like, what? Whatever. Fucking dingo. Yeah, I think he says the Digidestined Dingo. Because, like, they don't really, like, say it in a. It's just. Because I think they say. Oh, God, it's funny. It's just the way they say it makes it sound like he is a dingo, not his name is Dingo. Anyway, in order to teach Ebidramon, Gessamon, and Shellmon a lesson, they walk up and are just like, I'm going to prepare all three of you into a specific seafood dish. We are going to kill and eat you.
And they keep describing different ways they will be prepared, and like genuinely, like the expressions these three give out are incredible.
It's really, really good. Oh my god, I'm trying to remember what the three dishes they say are. I know one of them is curry.
You know, there was like curry. I think it was like stir fry.
A stir fry and a seafood. Oh my god, what the fuck was the third one? This is gonna make me so mad. Oh, I can't remember. Whatever. So yeah, they consistently threaten to cook and eat them, and they all start running away. Then they proceed to continue chasing down them while continuing to threaten all three of them. And it's just like, why are they acting like this? What is their fucking problem? But the most important thing is that they get to the island where the Dark Tower is.
And they heard your cries. You shared plenty. He has returned.
Anomalakarimon is back, baby.
Let's go!
Anomalakarimon.
Share if you fucking missed. He is back. Pretty
and
cool.
Stronger than ever.
Yeah. So we get all of them digivolving and attempting to go fight Anomalakarimon. The Crabmon digivolves into Sealamon, which is neat. I think this is the first time that's been represented in the anime.
I think so.
Big old fish.
Might have been like a background Digimon in like 01 somewhere, but
maybe, yeah.
First proper appearance.
Yeah. They've made it so Anomalakarimon is just saying his name over and over again.
Anomalakarimon.
Anomalakarimon. So yeah, it's fucking Zudomon and all them versus an Amalakarimon, so they kind of rinse it, and they're just like, "Don't worry, it's not actually dead," because they kind of beat the shit out of it.
Yeah, and they knock him out, and he floats to the surface, and oh god, did you kill him?
And it's like, no, we're good, we're good. And so yeah, that takes care of the Australia side of things. They successfully destroy the tower and get all the Digimon there into the digital gate, which means we move on to the second half of the episode, which is Versailles, which means they're in fucking France. And this
Literally
is
just hey, they're just it's Takaru and
Tai Chi, I think. I'm pretty sure it's
yeah,
Taku and Tai Chi.
yeah, Takaru and Tai Chi, Takaru and
Yeah.
Tai Chi.
Mhm. And they're just sitting there like in a random park near the Eiffel Tower, and Taichi's like, "So like, you said you had like a cool grandpa that lives in Paris, right?"
Oh no, they're at the Arc de Triomphe because it's no,
That's
not
right.
a specific street. You gotta listen. You gotta wait specifically the Arc de Triomphe.
Yeah.
Yeah, Takaru's like, yeah, I got an uncle who lives in France.
hmm It's his grandpa. It is
Grandpa,
his great.
sorry.
Yeah, it's one of his grandparents that lives in France, and like he shows up, and because like we saw what one of Takaru's grandparents looked like when they were visiting them during our war game. I don't know why this grandpa is like cool as fuck and way younger. He rides up on a fucking motorcycle.
He just probably takes better care of himself.
I think that's how they are.
Was that?
I think that's just how the French are.
Oh
Is
yeah, that's fair enough.
they all own motorcycles and are cool.
So you know he picks them up and he brings them to
It's
the
Michel.
yeah Michel, that's his fucking name. He brings them to the Palace of Versailles.
Oh no, they were driving around and they kept driving past the Palace of Versailles, and he's like, "Wait a minute, the gate's open. That's
that's
not
right.
He's
Yeah.
like, as a proud French citizen, I must investigate.
Yeah, and they're just like, why are the gates open? I think Agumon says like maybe they're gearing up for like a nice party. And he's like, don't you fucking joke about that. I'll kill you where you
That's
stand.
the Palace of Versailles.
And it's just like, whoa. Like Tai Chi and Agumon are both like, bro, sorry. We didn't realize you were so patriotic about this kind of shit.
And Taichi just like, Takaru, I think getting your grandfather was a mistake.
Yes. He's a little too extreme about this kind of thing. So they all decide to go into the Palace of Versailles, and as they're investigating, they stumbled upon a dinner party, and wouldn't you believe it, it's them, the Beans.
Mamemon,
It's
Metal
all
Mamemon, and Big Mamemon.
Hell yeah. And I need to point this out. The etymology for Mamemon can mean either bean or diminutive. So essentially, its name is Small Beanmon. Small Beanmon, Metal Small Beanmon, and Big Small Beanmon. Go ahead, Momo.
I love this thing so much. I was
It's
just gonna
great.
say Big Mamemon means big small.
Big Small. Fucking adorable. And this, and I was reminded. Oh yeah, I forgot the girl with the Floramon, who actually has like a couple more appearances, is from France.
So does the Indian girl also reappears a
Yes.
fair few times.
Mm-hmm. I think Miyako actually is like mostly with her during.
Yeah, she usually hangs out at her place.
Yeah.
He has the Maramon, right?
Yes,
Yes.
the
Yeah.
Indian girl with the Marimon, yeah.
So I believe Michel calls himself an elite knight of France.
I will. He's like, I will save you, my lady.
Fucking god. She explains that she tried to destroy the tower and got jumped by the Mamemon brothers. And like, so now we get like a pretty like just a basic fight sequence between everyone. And like once they go to Metal Greymon and
and Magna Angemon.
they just kind of very easily handle the Mamemons. They're not exactly difficult to.
They're like, oh, whoa.
Oh no, the small
And then
beans.
And then their boss shows up.
Yeah,
Gizamon.
fucking Gizamon, who is like a bit more of a problem. But then a
And
bunch
then,
of
he, and then they beat his ass too.
yeah, all the other Digidestined from France show up, and For some reason, one of them has a Vilemon as their partner. It's either that or that might have been one of the Digimon they were rounding up or something. But like it was
I think it was
standing behind one of them, and I was like,
yeah,
what?
I think yeah, because they were on like a boat, weren't they?
I think so, yeah. Just like the framing of it made it look like it was one of the kids' partners, and I was like, what?
I think it was because I think he's there at the end
It's
too.
like, man, you poor kid, you got a fucking Vilemon as your partner? That sucks. Sorry. That's like,
Like, be nice to him.
no. It's gross.
Dude, his name is Vilemon. Don't you think he knows that?
I could fix him.
Rubbing it in.
You could not fix him.
I
Anyway.
can fix it.
Oh my god. Anyway, yeah. The episode ends with another cliffhanger of Arcanimon luring a child into an alley.
And it's like, this is significantly more sus than the bit with Mummymon.
Yeah, like, sure, yeah, Mummymon was watching kids at the public park, you know, as a fan of Monogatari would, but, like, she's actively luring children into, like, a secondary location.
The kid says the most bizarre fucking thing I've ever heard, by the way.
That's right. Oh god, what
He,
is it
like,
again?
he sees Arukenimon, and then I think he says so, like, she looks like she could make my wishes, like, my dreams become a reality. Or, like, my
Yeah,
wishes come true, or some shit like that.
fucking bizarre. Super weird, like, ending to the episode. Because that's just where it ends.
Like, it's like I was so caught off by the line that I wasn't even processing that this looked really sus.
It is, in fact, incredibly suspicious that she's doing this. But with that wrapped up, I can move into Shin Dub Zone episode 41, Digimon World Tour, part 2.
I like that. I do like the name.
Yeah, no, it's fun. All right, Ganimon was changed to Crabmon. Scissors Execution was changed to Scissors Attack.
Okay, sure, I understand.
Lovely attack.
We can't say execution to the children. What if they?
Sealamon was changed. So Sealamon is the same spelling, but in English they pronounce it as Colamon, which is not how you say that. It's supposed to be Coelacan. Koki Colamon. And its move variable darts was changed to Fossil Bite. And then Mamemon was kept the same. Smiley Bomb was changed to Smirk Bomb. Big Mamemon was kept the same. Big Smiley Bomb was changed to Big Smirk Bomb. And Metal Mamemon was kept the same. And Energy Bomb was changed to Metal Smirk Bomb.
I was about to say at least they're consistent, but then they ruined it.
Yeah. And then Giromon was left the same, and its move, which I guess I forgot to write down, was changed to Deadly Bomb.
Also, I realized I called him Gizamon. That's a different thing.
That's a totally different thing, but it's fine. Yeah, it's Giromon. For whatever reason, at some point during the Australia part, someone screams out Santa on a jet ski.
No, this is epic.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't think in today's world that would be all too strange to see.
Definitely not. All right. Yukari was the one Genai whose name was changed so far.
Okay.
What do you think they changed his name to?
Well, it can't have been Kari.
No.
Jim.
Hogan.
They just did. No one knows what actual Australian names are.
Yeah, they don't. Dingo was changed to Derek.
I'm pretty well. Derek's like that's closer. I know an Australian people with the name Derek.
I wish they would have kept it Dingo. I think it's so funny.
Someone out there named their kid Dingo in the Digimon universe.
Jim Crocodile Cook.
You're named after the creature that ate your sister. And the last note, I have like no notes to the Paris part, by the way. They barely changed anything in that part at all. The last note is that they kept all the food jokes, surprisingly enough. The only thing they changed was they changed curry to jambalaya. But they still show curry.
Do people not eat curry all the time in the US?
We don't
No.
eat jambalaya either.
Yeah,
it's
no.
like yeah, I was gonna say that's like curry's like really popular in the UK.
Honestly, I think I would argue that curry is more popular here than jambalaya.
Probably.
Like jambalaya is a
Who knows?
very southern thing. Like we don't like. Oh my god, I don't know the last time I don't even know if I've ever had it in my life. But like curry, like most people here know what curry is.
My dad makes jambalaya, but that's about it.
I mean, you also live in Florida, where it's almost certainly more common for it to be there.
My dad was born and raised in Ohio.
What the fuck? All right, southern at heart, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, that wraps up this session of episode. We've only got 2 more sessions of O2 left, by the way.
Oh no.
End of July, we are done with O2.
Oh no.
Oh, yeah,
Huh?
damn. And then we move on to the fucking Hell March.
We'll be trudging through it.
Yeah,
Let's fucking go.
I actually have to start contacting a couple people. Okay, so with that, we're gonna wrap up this episode. Thank you everyone for watching. Next session will be episodes 42 through 46. And that's
I
yeah.
know it this
Glad you know it this time.
Wait a minute, I've
Yeah.
heard this one before.
Yeah, we kind of sped through that, but that's mostly because we have a hard time limit that ends in 10 minutes from now. And also Bridget's not here, so there's one less person to actually have conversations about what happened during the episodes. Because again, she's busy streaming. But all right, with that said, good night, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Bye
Good night.
bye. Bye.